Hi, I'm Bella.
I'm Sione.
I'm Liz.
And we believe that gay marriage should be legal everywhere.
Thank you. Ms. Freer-Rita, you supported Proposition 8 and say that marriage should be only between one man and one woman. Domestic partnerships and civil unions are not recognized by the federal government, and the Defense of Marriage Act means that committed gay and lesbian couples are denied more than 1,000 federal rights that heterosexual couples get, like benefits from Social Security when a spouse dies. So my question is this: should federal law be changed to allow for equal legal status for same-sex couples, and if not, why not?
I do believe that marriage is between a man and a woman, but I also have been consistent and clear that I support civil unions for gay and lesbian couples. The Defense of Marriage Act had broad bipartisan support, and actually the position that I have consistently espoused is consistent with that of our president and the vast majority of senators in the U.S. Senate. I think what we now are seeing on Proposition 8 is that the voters were quite clear about their views on this. And this is now going through a legal process. Whatever your views about gay marriage, I think many of us would conclude that when voters have such a clear decision, for that decision to be overturned by a single judge seems perhaps not appropriate. And so this is now the beginning of what will be a long legal process.
How much of opinion as far as how one defines a family is shaped by religious belief?
I think the point about religion is well taken. Indeed, many people do talk about religion when they talked about their definitions of families. And quite a few people gave comments that were very similar to the comment we just heard. At the same time, however, we also heard a very different type of religious explanation. And that is when we asked the question about what do they think is the primary factor behind someone's sexuality. Was it parenting, was it environment, was it genetics, was it God's will? Interestingly, a fairly large number, or a large enough number, said that sexuality was, quote, God's will, and that it was simply that it was unexplainable, that it had to be something beyond environment, beyond genetics. And interestingly, those people who said it was God's will, using a religious explanation, they too thought then that the definition of family should really include a wider range than typically has occurred in the past.
Do you think it's wrong for people to have gay marriage?
Well, sometimes it's wrong and then sometimes it's right, because in some religions, gay marriage is not allowed, and then in other cases, people should love who they want.
Do you think it's right that people get bullied because of being gay?
I do not think it's right, because they have a right to be whoever they want to be, and others shouldn't judge them because it's their own personality.
Do you feel uncomfortable around gay people?
Yes.
Why?
Because I feel like they're going to touch me or do something inappropriate or just look at me. I don't feel comfortable around them at all.
Do you think younger generations are more accepting of gay marriage than older generations?
When I talk to students, they tend to be overwhelmingly in favor of gay marriage on the whole, but I still see students teasing other students for being gay and using all the slurs that they use. So
How do you think a child would feel if they were being raised by two gay parents?
I think that for most children, whatever they have at home is what they think is normal. So I think that for the most part, they're going to feel comfortable with it. I do think that when they get to school and maybe compare with other families, that they might notice their family's a little different, but honestly, every family's different in their own way.
Our message to the president is that we believe that gay marriage should be legal because the government has no right to tell people who they can and can't marry.
People should be able to choose who they want to marry no matter what gender.
Go.
The government says that gay marriage affects family life. If a child has two gay parents, then the child won't have their natural mother and father, and that isn't the recommended environment for the children. But we believe that if gay people have a child, then they can raise them and fulfill the role of being a mother and a father.